Hey guys, and welcome to XP11. So we're back in the 737-200 and flying in our second leg, the flight that we started off yesterday. So we're flying from La Grande Riviere to Puvirnituq. I do apologise, I am going to watch that pronunciation throughout the entirety of this. Flying the flight Air Inuit 704, and this is the second leg. So the flight itself is split into two legs. You have the first one from Montreal to La Grande Riviere, which we did yesterday, and then what happens is the aircraft has a stopover before continuing on further north. Presumably, as New Zealand is actually the largest place in the world, this way to kind of share the costs, share the flights, and transport more people around these more rural places here in Canada. So we'll be setting up the aircraft in just a couple of moments. Right on the ground, I've got the working, the ground handling add-on working, so we'll be using that as well. Otherwise we shall prepare this aircraft ready to go. So going to start in turnaround condition, that is fine. Let's make sure that everything is set up as I need it. TS button in, please. Cool. First things first, we will start with fuel, I think. Yeah, set the fuel up, let's get the passengers in. So, let's bring up this menu. We need 8,308 kilos of fuel. 5,000, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 300. Do that. Oops, not that way, sorry. 27, 834. That'll do. So no center fuel tanks, just left and right I should say. Passengers and cargo I've already set up, as this is again a stopover flight, so there's less passengers than there were yesterday. How many do we have on board right now? We have 55 compared to 83 yesterday, and so we're taken to our second leg. Welcome Raphael Pinto, how are you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chat. Let's set this up. So starting flights, we are departing from Charlie Yankee Golf Lima to Charlie Yankee Papa X-Ray. I'm set up the destination correctly this time. Yesterday was not so nice. 3H704. Cruising altitude at 17,000 feet, so it's not exactly a high cruise either. The flight is about 1 hour 50 minutes block time. Will be less so in the air. Time to take off will be about 24 minutes. More than that actually, so 27. Probably won't need the full length of that. Almost certainly not. Flying 77200 with 55 passengers on board. Just confirm that it was 55. Not that one, it's this one. This one, no. Gosh. Yeah, 55. No, yes, and yes. Starts. So our passengers will now be boarding. We'll continue the aircraft setup and then we'll speak to the passengers for the first time. Welcome, Goran, how are you doing? Yes, it's 737-200, flying in Air Inuit colours. My reason for Air Inuit, because I just really like the Canadian Goose tail they have in their livery. And also they are one of the few operators that still fly the 732, so it makes sense to have them today. Now, time for the flight plan. We'll be starting off at... Scroll up to the waypoints. Charlie Yankee Golf Lima. Destination is Charlie Yankee X-Ray Papa, was it? Papa X-Ray, sorry. Charlie Yankee Papa X-Ray. I should put that correctly. Yes, I have. No company route. Flight number is continuing from yesterday, so that is 3H704. And our flight plan It's a bit of a fun one because I've never actually seen these kind of waypoints before, but it's the Yankee Papa X, right? 300 miles away, that seems a bit far.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to welcome you aboard our flight. When you find your
Okay,
seat,
well
please
that's
be
it.
sure to place your larger carry-on
From
items
Yankee
in the
Papa X,
overhead
right? It's
bin
an
and
Alfa
smaller
Romeo
items
17.
underneath the seat in front of you. Unless you're in a front row, please place all of your
It's a
items in the
mismatch
overhead bin.
to
If you have any trouble finding a location for your carry-on items,
Kilo
please let a
Golf.
flight attendant know and we would be happy to assist you. If the overhead bin is full after you put your carry-on
Yankee
inside of
Papa
it,
X,
please
right?
close the bin as a courtesy to other passengers. Once all your items are put away, please clear
So
the aisle
actually-
and sit down in your seat to allow other passengers to find their seats as well. If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please leave the exit seating responsibilities in the
Yeah,
safety
that
card
should
in
be
the
alright
seat back in
actually.
front of you. Please make sure you are
400.
willing and able to perform the actions required. If you are not able or prefer
I think
not
it's
to
up
perform these
on
actions, please let a flight attendant know so you can be
Sky
relieved.
Vector. It's not that I don't
Now's the
trust this
time to
flight
get
plan,
out
it's
any
just that I
last-minute
don't
text
normally
messages
have
if
to
you need to, but we ask that
fly.
once you depart from the gate, you put away any laptops or tablets. Thank you, and welcome aboard.
Yankee Kilo Golf. Yeah, this is not right at all. Let's actually go for the flight. We'll plug in the company route then, presuming we've got one. See what that says. Charlie Yankee Golf Lima. Charlie Yankee Papa X-ray.
We're ready to go when you are.
01. Yeah, it's not exactly a
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard
massive
flight
board. I do need to get
03.
sim brief
Our
because
flight
obviously.
time will be roughly 1 hour.
Yeah, that looks so
15
much better.
minutes.
So much
Please note
better.
the cabin door is now closed. We ask
Okay,
that
we'll
you
do
make sure that
that.
all devices are in
After
airplane mode
VNav,
and your
cruising
larger
at
devices are now shut down and stowed.
17,000.
If you have not already, please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is low and tight across
So
your lap.
no chance
Your
to
safety belts and
change
seatbacks
transition
must
attitude
be
at
in
any
the
point
full
today.
upright and locked position for departure.
And after
Cabin
that,
crew, prepare doors for departure,
start
cross-check,
departure
verify straps, and stand by for all calls.
engine small, yes. So the JT8Ds, the original engine 737, not quite as large. So it's really just kind of the engine of the year. You look at the DC-8 as well, the original DC-8s, they had the similar kind of engine types. After the CFM56 first release on the 737-400, it's kind of we started seeing more of the shape of the modern day engines. Yes, no liner has got a rather nice delivery as well. Alright, departing from saying runway 3. Well, it says runway 34. I don't. Oh no, that's the alternative airport. Runway 31. Just confirm the weather. I can see it is fairly foggy today, so let's see how that affects that. CYGL. Winds are 9 knots at 260, so yeah, 31 makes sense. We'll select that. And then the runway for landing at the moment will be a 19, but we'll get that updated closer to the airport. Set the altimeter to 3003. 3. Altimeter 3003. Altimeter 3003. Perfect. Next will be the altitude, so going up to 17. And same for the overhead, set this to 17. Passengers have boarded, so with the left fuel pumps active, we can start up the APU. We can turn those off for now. So start that. There we go. And a look at the overhead panel. Not really too much for us to do. Turn on seatbelt signs as well, since we've done refueling, but that was already on. And we can tell PAX that the seatbelts have also switched on. The 737-200 was, well, the 737-100 first released in 1968. The 737-200 a few months later, it was like April and November. So, yes, we are looking at an aircraft that is around 52 years old. No, 42 years old. Actually, no, my maths is terrible today. Why am I failing? Yeah, 52 years old. Not sure why that took me so long to figure out. Right, I'll close 2 cargo doors, since we no longer need those. Let's keep that on there. And for the exit, since passengers have boarded, we will now close that. So we will retract the stairs. Go to the front as well, just to do the same process on the front. Retract the stairs. Back. As soon as that's retracted, I can then lock the door. You think the cockpit's old? The cockpit is virtually the same as the Monday 737 NG and Max series. The only difference, it has digital displays, basically. Cool. The stairs are retracted back, door is secured. And same to the front, stairs are in. And the door can now be closed. Cabin secured. Let's now close the cockpit door, lock that behind us. And make sure that our aircraft is now ready to go. Fly direct to VOR localizer, which is on GPS first. There we go. Altitude hold is fine, that's all fine. Let's get our takeoff calculator. So V1 speed of 135. There'll be flaps 2 takeoff today. So that's going to be at 155, which is here, and up at 190, which is there. Cool, that's our bug set, and we will head to overhead really. So AP generators now are active. We can disconnect ground power units, make sure the AP bleed is on. Set the right hand fuel pumps so that we can now set up the right hand engines when ready. Strobes not just yet. We head to the aircraft and we can get rid of the GPU carts. Secured, we know that. Ground handling, show control. Get rid of GPU, get rid of these, get rid of fuel truck, or can drive away. Right, we will be requiring a pushback, so we will call that over in a couple of moments. Pre-plan that, so better pushback. Where are you? Pre-plan. Runway, I'll check the numbers in a second. If that's the same runway we used yesterday. Actually, I should probably check that before I start pushing back. What was it? It's 3-1. Which I believe is this one. Yes, it is. Okay, so taxi as well. It won't be a particularly long one.
Please show me where you want to go.
That will do.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Can you go to the wing view just to see? Yeah, sure, no problem. This is the... Well, it does that sometimes where the window shutter changes position. So, this is our left-hand wing. And then we've got our right-hand wing. We can also spot the engine from here. Love the reverse thrust of the 732 with the clamshell locks. Welcome, Bassworld. How are you doing? Yes, there are 2 732s in the world of glass cockpit, and I think no line have both of them. So I forget the company that produces them, but there is an aftermarket glass cockpit kit you can fix to the cockpit.
Ready to connect.
Right, well that's now connecting for us. We are ready for push and start. See, that's all on, that's all fine. No need for sensor fuel pumps since there's no sensor fuel.
Switching strap and adapter in position. Release parking brake when ready to start pushback.
Cool, we are ready to go. One final check of the overheads, which is fine. Systems look fine, everything's been plugged in. We'll set transponder when we get to the runway later. We are below 18,000, so we'll be setting the transponder code of 1200. Parking brakes released. Let's get going, shall we? I should probably start up Fly as well before I forget. Oh, look at that. It's a tiny little tug. Adorable little thing.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Oh, I love it. Okay, engine 2 start. Wait for engine RPM to 18%. Engine 2 fuel flow starts.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your complete attention to the flight instruments as they demonstrate the safety of our aircraft. You will notice a light illuminating above you.
I can't drag it around for some reason.
Only
can.
To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another and tight by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion.
Thanks for following DDM613, much appreciated. Engine 1
Please take a few moments
starts.
to now
What's wrong with
locate one of the several emergency exits on this aircraft. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. In case of an emergency and we need to evacuate the aircraft, there is lighting on the floor that will guide you.
Can't start that, but it should be alright.
In the event that the cabin loses pressure, an oxygen mask will drop right in front of you. Start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth.
Operation
Secure the elastic
complete.
band
Set
behind your head.
parking brake.
Tighten the strap if necessary
Parking brake
and breathe normally.
set.
Although the bag does not inflate, oxygen is flowing to the mask.
Disconnecting
If you're
tow.
traveling with
Standby.
a child or someone who requires assistance,
I'm not doing too
secure your
bad.
mask first and then assist others.
Not too bad
Keep your mask
myself,
on
just
until a
preparing the
member of
aircraft
crew
ready to
advises
go.
you it's safe to remove it. In the unlikely event of a water landing, a life vest
Alright,
is
both
located
engines
in the
are
pouch
now
under your seat or between the
stable,
armrests.
so
When instructed
whoops,
to do
generators,
so, open the
whoops,
plastic
oh
pouch and
gosh.
remove the vest.
Generators
Flip it over
1
your head.
and
Wrap
2,
the straps
we
around
can
your
start,
waist and buckle
switch
at
to
the front.
bleeds,
Pull the strap to tighten. To inflate the vest, pull
packs
firmly on the
on,
red cord only when exiting the aircraft.
APU
If your life vest
off.
does not inflate automatically, blow into the mouthpieces for manual inflation. This vest is equipped with a whistle and light. If necessary, your seat cushion can be used as a secondary
Tow is
flotation device.
disconnected and bypass pin has been removed.
We will set the engines
We'll see you
to
next time
flight
and
mode,
have a
Show your personal items.
as there is a
Make sure the
little bit of
seatbelts are
fog in the air, and
fastened.
so
Keep
we
fasten tray
want to
tables
run that
are
on
in their full upright
continuous.
position. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight.
Flaps down to
Tampering with,
2.
disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is prohibited by law. All of this information can be found in the safety card located in the seat back in front of you. Please read it and let a cabin member know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us again, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
Cool. Parking brakes released, and let's taxi down to the runway. Yeah, it's not a long taxi. We're about 10 minutes ahead of schedule right now for departure, which is always good. Everything looks like it is working as it should. Cabin crew, please be seated for takeoff.
Not a problem.
Probably should turn my taxi lights on for that, but a bit late for that now. Landing lights active. Everything is active as required. No reject takeoff brakes, so I won't be setting any of those. Runway is clear. Well, I hope it's clear because we are now on it. Engines up 50%. Engine stable. P1, rotate. Positive rates, gear up. Bit of upward trim, please. Thank you. Flaps up 1. Flaps up. Bit of downward trim, please. Thank you. Switch on the aileron autopilot. Or the DOR localizer, sorry. Let's bring back the throttle a tad bit. Elevator to IAS mode, please. And that'll be sticking at 250 knots. And adjust the throttle to about 200 EPR. Again, I'm not sure if this is my controller or not messing up, but they're not the most even in the world, so we shall do adjustments like so. That'll do. Gear locked. Passing through 4,000. And again, we're only flying up to 17,000 today, so there will be no chance for us to set altimeter to standard. We'll start the same, we'll be setting it to our arrival airport. We'll figure it out soon. A little bit foggy, a little bit cloudy, but ultimately we are in the air now. And so we'll be landing in approximately an hour. Passing through 7,000. We'll probably leave the seatbelt sign on just a tad bit longer than usual, because I would like to clear these clouds first. Yeah, a few clouds at 12,000, and there's a few more at 220. Those ones won't have any problem with us. It's just a case of how thick this cloud layer is, and how it takes us to pass through it. But nothing that 732 can't handle, to be fair. Yeah, it's all looking rather fab right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now passed 10,000 feet. You may turn on larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder to
Landing
keep
lights
your seatbelt
off.
fastened throughout the duration of the flight and do not form a line near the lavatory.
We'll leave the engines all continuous. Likewise, we are also now able to speed above 250. So go for 270 again to continue climb. What do you want us to do? Mach 0.71 on cruise. That's no problem. We have cleared the clouds now. And it is looking a lot clearer up ahead as well. So, see that sign I can turn off.
Flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move about the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when seated in case of unexpected reports.
So how are you guys doing? How are you guys enjoying the stream so far? Yeah, it's always a joy to fly the 732. Really is a throwback to early days of jet age, to be fair. And again, we'll be using an FMS because I don't yet fully understand SIVA. I can program it, I can kind of get it to work, but no way confident enough to actually do a full flight in it yet, so we'll be leaving that for now. Let's just make sure that everything is turned on. So that's on, that's active, that's also active. There we go. Now at 17,000. So the aircraft will level off about 300 feet. I'll then increase the speeds to Mach 7.1, which is a fair bit of a jump. And once we reach that, I will shut down. Not shut down, sorry, but cut down the throttle. So it's just a case of watching that number and keeping it balanced. We're at Mach 6.7 right now. The aircraft's not accelerating as much as it was earlier, but we are still making a push for it. Once we get to 7.1, I'll cut back by then just around 180. And then just balance it from there. Okay, Mach 7.1 we're not going to do. Yeah, but the other speed there, nothing too major. We set it to 100 and we'll try 175. That's that one, and that is that one. Still not accelerating too much. Just bring it back a tiny bit. 170 will be perfect for us. Snacks and drinks now starting.
In a few moments, our lovely flight attendants will be starting our in-flight service. We'll be serving complimentary drinks and snacks. Premium drinks are available for a small charge. Please note we only accept credit cards.
There we go. 155 is our lucky number today. Yeah, I do need to be careful with my airspeed, to be fair, especially at lower altitudes. High speeds do put a lot more stress on the aircraft. There's a lot more airflow down here compared to, say, 32,000 we were doing yesterday. And so, ultimately, we need to cut back a lot more on our throttle. Okay, you can also see that the aircraft's slightly pitched down, rather than slightly pitched up. Which really does show the effects on the engines, really, how they have an effect on the aircraft. The bigger the engines, the more power they produce. And also the weight depends on the pitch of the aircraft. In the 732, it's a lot more neutral than some of the more modern day jetliners. Yeah, unfortunately X-Plane's not so great at showing off the ground clouds there, at least the fog I think it's trying to render. And so it does look a bit, well, it certainly looks glitchy as the tessellation of textures try to merge with the ground. Not the best look ever, but I've had worse. So to see how it looks now, ever since I upgraded to the 1660, looks so much better than it did with the old 745. A lot less graphical modifications on top of that with my Slider settings a lot lower. So you're about 250 miles now until top of descent. I made that in no time. 1422 Zulu ETA, that was at 50 minutes. Alright, now that we're in cruise, I think now's a good chance to have a look at our passengers. I hope they're enjoying the flight as well. So yeah, we're staging cruise, 1 hour 30 expected arrival. We are 20 or so minutes early. So we also departed 10 minutes before schedule as well. I mean, 55 passengers to board and basically no cargo. I don't think you'll be on the ground for too long, that's for sure. Yeah, it's a very, very quiet plane. Most passengers not too thirsty, passengers not too hungry, and those that are currently eating, which is always good. So we have got a few passengers buying food on board our flight today. What add-on am I using passengers? This is TFDI Designs PAX. PACX. Yeah, actually I can show for it. So basically, it's an add-on that simulates your passengers on board. As well as gives you the option to interact with them. So for example, if I was to say, so you get two options. You can either get the flight attendants to interact with your crew, or I can speak to them myself. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard this flight to Puvirnituq. We have reached our cruising altitude of 17,000 feet, and we are about 20 minutes ahead of schedule right now, and I'm sure we can probably gain a few more minutes during cruise. We have to sit back, relax, enjoy flight, and we hope to speak to you once we have a few more updates. And so I can say that this was a message ahead of schedule, 20 minutes. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard this flight to Puvirnituq. And so, what does well lets you speak to passengers. Passenger reacts to how you speak. So if I get the menu up now, it should be very satisfied. As passengers in that very early. It also gives you a record of all your previous flights in the past. So you can see I've done 101 hours on PAX with a 91% satisfaction record across 42 flights. So click on any random flights and view the previous statistics. So it's good. Got a few awards as well, showing the different goals they have as well. And yeah, it's a very nice little add-on. Because back on FSX, FS Passengers is always my #1 favourite passenger simulation add-on, but it never made its way to P3D, V4, and yeah, it kind of just disappeared over time, which is a shame because for me, PAX is still #1 add-on for passengers with all its flight reporting and all that as well. But PAX does come close to it, especially the more modern UI. I do like it. Pack's compatible for X-Plane as well as P3D, so if you've got it for one, it works on the other one as well. And that's one of the upsides for it. It's also used on FSX if you wanted to. It's all cross-compatible. It's one of the things I like about TFDI design. They are very honest when it comes to their add-ons compatibility. I mean, there's 717 as well. It's a fantastic add-on. It's one of the few reasons why I do hold on dearly to FSX and P3D. It's a great aircraft. Not a common one. It's a great one. Keep an eye on our setup, make sure that it's all looking good. Nothing need to take any note of just yet, so we'll carry on as is. Sure, it's called PAX. P-A-C-X. No worries, man. Hope you enjoy it. So yeah, we're now about to fly over ocean. Actually, is this ocean or do they call it a lake in Canada? I'm not major for the local knowledge. I'm not sure. Does this count as Atlantic Ocean or do they consider this as the Marshall Lake? Ocean, Hudson Bay, Hudson Bay. Cheers for that. Welcome Funfairland, how you doing? Welcome to the channel, welcome to the chats. Beautiful. So just at our first waypoint. Yakapapi Hotel is our second waypoint. And yeah, we have 98 miles between the two, Yankee Papa Hotel and Yankee Papa X-Ray. We'll almost certainly start our descent the moment we reach that waypoint as well. From yesterday's stream, I know that my descent was probably a little bit too shallow, so today I'll definitely be doing a little bit of a steeper on down. Means that we're going to be holding at, say, 11,000 for longer than I'd normally go for. And I can do that. And likewise, with a cruise at only 17,000. Means we're not actually too high anyway. We have aircraft that cruise at twice this, 340, so absolutely we're not here for high altitude today. How's the weather looking at our destination? We should probably get that up now. Yankee, Papa X-Ray. Yeah, it's runway 19 our flight plan says we'll be landing on. I'll confirm that now, which is 21 knots with 310, so yes it will be. Yes, it's 21 knot headwinds. Actually, no, it's 21 knot crosswinds. That's going to be a lot of fun to handle. With manual throttle, 297, I think that's the row. Okay. 2971. Just the back up, so I can miss that one. Okay. It's only about a 300-foot difference, actually, so... changing items won't cause any problems for us. But it's the winds that's just like going to have a bit of fun with battling on landing. We'll be alright. Go a quarter of a way into it now so far. Everything's still looking good. We left the Gary power on this time. Last time we forgot it. Let's go through the cabin again. See what they're doing. Not too much. Was there actually a toilet behind this door? Not too sure. No, they wouldn't want that, wouldn't they? It's a lovely aircraft for its detailing. Again, I do love that all this is functional in the front lieutenant's panel. So we can run to that. So I can adjust the lights if I want to. We'll say, yeah, turn the lights off, turn them off. Nighttime lights, we can have nighttime lights, are a bit dimmer. Some on the window side there. Dim lights, bright lights. I really like the compact. The function of that, turn it off, they stay on, but see they do change. There we go, off. It's nice. Yeah, I don't think the air cells will extend in the sky. That will be pressure locks just like the main doors as well. Yeah. Looking at our fuel, we have got 7,500 kilos in both engines, which is more than enough. No, pounds, sorry. It's 7,500 pounds in both engines. Current speed is 343. I don't think I actually have a ground speed indicator, so I wouldn't be able to translate that. No, it's one of the things that the glass displays have managed to add to a 7.3, and that is adding a ground speed display. Slight bit shorter than we took off from. I believe it's still going to be a paved surface, so that won't cause any problems for us on touchdown. At some point I do need to try and find like a gravel strip or something to do a flight in the 732 on. I'm sure a gravel strip landing would be a lot of fun to perform in a jetliner, because the 732, due to the fact it has got smaller engines, and then that can also come with a gravel kit, which is sturdier gear, reinforced struts, and cover for the engine, a grill that stops any stones from getting sucked into the engines. Newer 737s couldn't handle it because the CFM56s... Here we go, let's actually show you how that all works. So, modern day 737s, the engines are in front of the plane. Let me get my mouse on. So they're in front of the plane, got like the wing attachment, the nacelle, and it kind of sticks out the fronts there. Unlike the 732 and 731, which has the underwing. Basically, because the aircraft's landing gear are so short, the engine's also really small, and so there's plenty of ground coverage between ground and engine. Because the new planes have bigger engines at the front, which have a lot less ground clearance, I think something like 50 centimetres off the ground, the wings flex too much, and so, especially on an uneven gravel surface, just cause the engine to strike basically. So modern 737s could not handle gravel pits and gravel landing, while the older ones with the much smaller engine can. Here's your interesting facts today. Oh, is it a gravel strip at Puvirnituq? Okay, well, that's our gravel strip then. Oh, this would be a lot of fun then. I wonder. Look here on the map. So know that the Avitad doesn't give it to me. I guess actually there is an easier way of doing it. I don't want to, but we'll do it anyway. Change location. What was it? Charlie Yankee Papa X-ray. Customize. Oh, there you go. Yeah, it's a gravel runway. It says it on the left there. Cool. This is going to be a lot of fun. Flight configuration discard. And with, what was it, 20 knot crosswind, 21 knot crosswind. Oh, thank goodness for that. It's dropped down to 8. Thank goodness for that. There's no way I'd be able to survive such a heavy wind in such an object. If I had auto-throttle, then I could probably get away with it, but not in this. Not in this. So, just over a third of the way into the flight now. And loving the scenery out here as well, the pines that stick out of the coast of Canada. Hudson Bay, I'm sure, is a very beautiful area. If I ever make my way to Canada, as I said in yesterday's stream, I will try and find an airline that sells tickets on the 732 that doesn't break the bank. Certainly gives you a fair bit of flight time. And what is a golden jet era jets? Because there aren't many of these left. The main reason I flew to Italy in January to fly the 717 was because Voltaire retired the 717s later this year, so I saw that was my last chance to do it in Europe. Booked a ticket. Fortunately, it was cheap. Voltaire are a low-cost airline, so I managed to book the 717 ticket for about, what was it, 13 euros? It was nothing at all. So that worked out very well for me. And yeah, that went swell. Did a travel report on that. Very good video, very good watch. And absolutely, I want to do one with the 732. The 737 Classic series aircraft, there's a few more of those in Europe. You look at Baltic Air, or there's another one based in Scandinavia, which flies 737-300s, so they'll be around for a little bit longer. Managed to find a company that flies the Ak-52. There's two of them actually in Europe. Well, one in Europe, there's one in the Russian side of Europe. So you have Motorsic, sorry, who fly Yak 52s from Moscow to... No, I'm confused, sorry. Motorsichs fly Yak 42s from Lviv to Kiev in Ukraine. And then you have Izhavia, which fly Yak 42s from Moscow to Izhevsk, which is in somewhere in western Russia, but not quite as far as Siberia. And that flight's actually rather cheap and will probably what I go for at some point if I do make myself a trip to Moscow, which will probably be next year once the world starts returning to normal. Absolutely. These flights would break the bank, very remote region, some flights long. Wow, 1,000. Okay, grand. Okay, maybe, we'll see. I mean, it feels like a one-way sort of thing. Like, I fly out one way on one of these older budget aircrafts and hope that, like, Alaskan Airlines can save me or fly a DCHC 8. We'll see. I mean, I'm sure that flying one of these will be unlikely. But hey, we all have dreams. I'll have a look at it. I know that, well, no liners are cargo airlines don't have them. I know that, well, yeah, Air Inuit operates 732s. Who else operates? Let's Google it. Yeah, really aren't many of those left, aren't there? There's quite a few more 300s I was expecting. So yeah, Air Inuit have 2 of these. Canadian North have 5. First Air have 1. No Line have 6. Do you know the Surf Car passenger operations? Don't think so. Yeah, it's a combi. Extrada Canada have 2 of them. POW Airlines in Chile have 3. So actually POW may be an option if I ever go to Chile. Aero Sucre in Colombia have 2. Transair Congo have 2 of them. I think that's it. Rollins Air have 1 in Honduras. Hungary. I'll need to confirm that. There is Cityline Hungary own one still. But that would be a lot more local. Blue Dart Aviation in India have 3 of them. Aerofast Indonesia has 1. Express Air have 6. Actually a lot more common than I thought it would be. I mean, they're not common, but... There we go. Jaya Wiraja Dirgantara have 2 of them, also in Indonesia, as well as... TriMG Intra Asia Airlines. Chigana have 3. The Iranian government have 1. Al Nasir have 1. is a rather interesting list. Delta Connection have one, although it's based in Kenya. Okay, it's not quite the Delta you're expecting. This is Delta Connection. Which one? I'm not showing this on screen. Might as well. Drawyah Airways in Malaysia 3. Where are we now? Mexico, are we? Yeah, Mexico have Este have 1, Global Air have 2, Regional Cargo, okay, it's Cargo Airline have 2, Republic Air have 3. Mexico actually have quite a few of them. Sunset New Zealand had 5 737-100s, and then never saw it again, season operations in 2001. Delcar Charters of Paraguay have 1. Peruvian Airlines have 3. Peruvian Air Force have 2 of them. Pacific Power Airlines 2. Singapore Airlines actually had a 100 at some points. Never bought any after that. Jubba Airways of Somalia have 2 of them. They've actually retired their 300 and 400 while keeping these 2 going strong. Fair play. Imperial Air Cargo of South Africa have 1. Mihin Atlanca have 4 900s in order, but that would be their first 73. They're still producing 777-900s. I know the 800 series have retired. Este, Tajikistan of 2. United Arab Emirates, AV have 3 of them. TNT European have still got one, although it's a 300, so this doesn't say they own one, so that one's probably wrong. Meristar Jet Charter have 2. Northern Air Cargo got 1. Venezuela have quite a few of them actually. Avior, Qatar and Venezuela. And Zimbabwe have 2 of them. It's an interesting list, that. Quite a fair few. Little competition. Sorry, I missed out these comments. Sorry. Little competition. A lot of these areas of aircraft that are half cargo. Yes, they fly the combi aircraft. Front half of the aircraft is for cargo, while the rear half is for passengers. I believe that's Air Inuit. They actually operate a couple of those ones. So forwards, 7 windows get cut out in terms of the cargo door, and then just where the wing starts, there's like a barrier in place, and the rear half will become passenger seats. Limits the aircraft capacity, but that's a lot more vital supplies to make it through. 55 miles till top of descent, and about 23 minutes until we land. Yeah, if I want to fly the 732, it's like Venezuela maybe the country to go to. Like 8 of them still in active service. because no altitude, it's not exactly, yeah, because you're not on 10 altimeter, so... Current pressure at 17,000 from sea level, and 17,137. Aircraft speed has slowly crawled back. Given that we are burning fuel, they're a bit lighter as well. This throttles back a tad bit. What's the visibility at our destination? I'd like to know that. 9 miles. With no guidance systems. A 9-mile runway. Sounds like a lot of fun. What was it? 19 we were set to land on, was it? Just confirm that now, yes. Arrival on an RNAV 19. There's no transition on that. Stick that there. And let's look at Sky Vector to see what kind of approach this has given us. So scoot out to the sides. And also the waypoints there. Cool. So yeah, we're flying towards Yankee Papa X-ray. To the airport. Check that. Yeah, that should be there. So we'll then fly to Montreal, which doesn't exist, which is great. You are NAB. Okay. Well, we'll be flying somewhere. That's all I can say at this point. Oh boy. As long as it brings us to runway 19. Guess that's the important bits. Set the course to 1 knot. I can't because we're on. Oh well. Yeah, so as it stands, what's just like going to happen, we're going to overfly the airport, do a 180, and then fly back. Probably not a standard procedure for any jet airline, but I think the airspace here is quiet enough for me to probably get away with doing that. So that's the plan, that's what I'm going to do. Guidance systems do the rest for us. I mean, it gives us 107 miles to get from 17 to 1,400. That is nothing at all, really. Well, nothing for us to struggle with. That's easy. Probably went to the aircraft about 60 miles of Montreal if we start our top of descent. So you've got an ETA right now of 16 minutes until we get to the ground. Past to say it. Yeah, when did we take off? It was about 50 minutes ago, so yeah, a tad behind, I'm afraid. But we're not too far from top of descent now, so you'll be able to watch how I managed that in the 732, which is terrifying. So what is our landing right now? It's currently the air for 129. Temperature is minus 32 degrees. This is our destination, is it? Oh my word, this is it. I know it's 16 degrees, minus 9 Celsius, it's 16 Fahrenheit. So it's definitely snowing at our destination. With a 9-mile visibility and no guidance systems. We are in for, yeah, a party. Some party. First waypoint, give it 45 miles, and then we'll start our descent. We will turn on the anti-ice systems, since we are very much in need for those. Provide some warm air to the passengers. That way. We're going to end up freezing them. A bit too hot, that. There we go. I think that will make things a tad nicer for them. Come on. 20. Yeah, there we go. We can take the Captain Sim 732 from Miami to Chicago later. Enjoy it. I don't own the Captain Sim 732 myself, but I have heard some really good things about it. So I'll set the other two items to match the on the left there, since we are also now ready for top of descent. 2971. There we go. Oh no, 3008 has changed. Okay. Where is it? It's there. 3008. Claims there are a few clouds at 25,000. I've got a feeling there'll definitely be some more lower down that I need to take care of. It's amazing. CatSim's most interesting add-ons. They do 741, 2 or 3, DCA 910. Have to do CLS and Just Flights for those. I mean, I've got Just Flight's DC10. That one's not too bad. I'm trying to think, do I own any CLS products? I'm sure CLS actually made the V1 for the DC10 that Just Flight modified V2. But they're not terrible. I mean, they're not super high fidelity as you'd see in Captain Sim's aircraft. But I am looking definitely at the 747 that Just Flight's currently doing, and it should be releasing rather soon actually. The 74 that they're doing, from the screenshots as well as the FlyJSim show that last year where they showcased it, that's certainly looking like it's going to shine. And the guy who's building it, a lot of passion he had at that show. We'll talk about what he's working on. The temperature is fine for now, it's just the cabin temperature I wanted to increase. Alright, start programming this landing, shall we? First step will be to 11,000. Set the speed to 60 knots. And let us set that to IAS and cut back the throttle. Say 120 UPR will do for now. Maybe not actually. Cut the throttle entirely until we actually get to a lower speed to allow for descent. We'll go for it. Because yeah, unfortunately, until the aircraft gets to 260 knots, we won't be moving our altitude at all. So CS10 there, 742 and 3 into a light. Used to have working INS and would love that, otherwise you have no problem with the CS74. I've not seen the original 74, so I'm afraid I can't say too much of. Wow, this has changed. Welcome to a snow cloud. Just wait until the window effects start showing off. We are descending now, which is good. We are slowing down. Yeah, 1,450 miles, that's not too difficult task. Just on the seatbelt sign. Tell packs that you've done the same.
Gentlemen, the seatbelt sign is now turned on, so it is time to return to your seats and fasten your seatbelt.
And then look at the map. I'll spot this airport. No idea, to be fair. Let's get a bit close. Actually, no. Maybe that far with it. In front of us. Yeah, I'll not stop that anytime soon. Passing through 14,000. How many landing flaps does it want us to go for? The flaps 30. And 0 for 128. Okay, so it's not a terribly fast approach. And that goes rather nicely. So set that to 128. Cool. Fun facts, the airport has no security screening, so passengers onwards to Montreal have to get off at the Grand to be screened onward. Yeah, I can imagine, because if it's a gravel strip, it might have a control tower, although it's not actively monitored. We'll have times of blackout. It'll be fun. I mean, I can't see anything out the window. I'm just kind of going to look down. It is meant to be snowing here right now, so that would be great. It's minus 9 degrees. We have our anti-icing turned on as well as heating up. The airport itself looks pretty modern. Ah, okay. I'm sure we're going to be in for a treat. Yeah, level for 11,000. Ordering speed to 240. 230. And we'll continue our descent. 38 miles. Yeah, it's eventually 1,100 we want to be at. There we go, below 250. Let us continue our descent. We'll say initially down to 5,000. Put a little bit of throttle in, just so we kind of make the descent rate a bit shallower. Probably a little bit lower than where we need to be right now, so a bit of throttle, push the speed up. And we continue with our descent, but not as much as we need right now. 110 will do us fine. Our temperatures have been set. Oh yeah, if anyone's gonna produce add-ons for FS 2020 now, well, that could be like an upgrade cost to get your aircraft compatible on that. I mean, I bought the 737 NGXU from PMDG when that first released onto P3V4. And so, fortunately for me, I have got a $99.99 discount on the 737 NG3 once that released onto FS 2020. So that I've got these going for me. I don't know too much about the backwards compatibility modes. They did start speaking of it first, but I think they've kind of scrapped that, so hard add-ons won't be compatible anymore. And lights active. And yeah, it's just really case to see what we got left.
Your destination. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time.
27 miles.
Ensure tray tables are stowed and seats are in the full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you.
So as I say, our approach right now will take us directly over the airport. Where is it? Where's our airport on that? I still don't know where the airport is. It's always a great sign when your pilot doesn't actually know where he's going or what he's doing. I don't know if it's red, but okay, we'll go with it. Somewhere here is an airport, we'll overfly it, we'll do a 180 and then we'll come back over the runway. Not a super standard approach, but it's the best of what we got. Microsoft have released the specifications for FS 2020, and so my system sits between the medium and high end. There's some stuff that's good, some stuff that's a little bit lower, but should run FS 2020 without too much of a problem. And again, make sure you've got 150 gigs of space on your hard drive, because that's the size of install. 16 gigs of RAM. 1050 graphics cards. Investment for explaining which should I improve first. Your RAM will be alright. I'd say if you're looking for an upgrade, go for your graphics cards. But even then, a 1050 can run explain without too much of a problem. Because I run a 1660, so it's not one of the high-end 2080s or that. It's a medium-high spec card, the 1660. Main problem for me was my case, actually. It's rather limiting its size, so my next upgrade will be a case. But, yeah, it runs it rather well. I guess because it's now cloudy, the light's going to start flickering sometimes. That's the most annoying part of the explain lighting system. Doesn't quite know what to do with complete cloud cover. We've broken 8,000 now, and we are 17 miles away from our next waypoint. Somewhere below us should be an airport. Somewhere. We'll be alright. Is it sad that FlyJSims cost you more money than fishing? Not particularly. I mean, with fishing, you need a good rod, stock up on baits, and a few pitchforks, really. You don't need much for fishing. With FlyJSim, every few months you've got high quality add-ons that are better than the last sets. You've got new systems parts that you can upgrade with. You've got a new simulator that releases every couple of years. It's like, yeah, there's a lot more of a cost behind that. $12 miles. We'll go for the first stage of flaps, and we'll start lowering the speed down a bit more to 20 should do. Just cut back the throttle. Might have changed the weather. That flickering becomes a bit too much. Yeah, I may just peering out the front, hoping to spot an airport soon. Adding distance and altitude probably a little bit high, so what we will do is cut speed to 180, drop more flaps and use speed brakes. It's a 737-200, so I could technically, even if I wanted to, use a reverse thrust in midair, but that we're not too crazy to do. I may find more useful actually if I switch off GPS. Fly current heading a little bit longer. 025, we'll switch that to heading select. So fly current heading a little bit more. And then we'll keep more to on the back burner. That way we can send it altitude a little bit more. We'll allow for an easier turnaround. Cut the speed brakes off as well. A little bit further from that point, and then we'll do the U-turn to more to. There we go. This is U-turn now, so GPS sets, VOR localizer sets. There we go. And put a little bit of throttle in just to minimise the descent rate now. Go. That's now alert, telling me that I am now within 1,000 feet of our set altitude. Cabin crew, please be seated for landing.
Okay.
Right. Still no visual of the airport yet. So it's somewhere directly ahead of me apparently. Let us use maps to help us. Where are we? Is that it? No. There it is. We have a visual. Gear down. So unlike the Grande Riviere, we have got Pappies here, so we can use that to guide our altitude. We'll keep the aircraft at current altitude for a little bit until the Pappies start turning yellow for us. We'll then be able to manage our final descent. There we go. Look at that. Look at that beautiful gravel strip ahead of us. Right, let's do this. Flaps are not yet at 30, we'll do that in a moment. Gears down 3 greens, then lights active. We have got landing clearances, nobody else here. Pre-landing checklist complete. Right, let's go down to 30 flaps and cut this down to about 140. There we go, pre-land checks complete. 128 on the VREF, we'll confirm that. So once our Pappy starts to align, we'll bring that back a bit as well. Set this now down to 0. Yeah, we are below the glide slope, but we'll be able to manage that without a problem. Still got, well, 12 miles to earn average, should be at 1,100. We're at 1,000 now. Go. 1 yellow. Just down to 128. Autopilot elevator deactivates. Keep the ailerons going for a little bit longer. Just follow the runway heading. Autopilot's engaged. Get to this two-handed, one on the airspeed, which is a little bit low. The other one on the yoke. Three yellows, one red, so we'll descend it a tiny bit. So a little off centre, that'll be the crosswind in action, so we'll grab that as well. It's not the easiest thing in the world doing 3 different tasks at the same time. But we are managing it. $300. We are committed.
100.
Come on, bit of a float, but come on. Reverse thrust set. Keep the aircraft on the runway. Knots. Reverse thrust cut. And there we have it. Welcome to Puvirnituq. Ah, she wasn't too bad. Nice. Cheers for that,
Gentlemen,
DDM.
we've reached our destination. The local time is 9:38 a.m. and it's currently about -degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bin.
A little bit of right hand throttle just to assist the turn there.
We thank you for flying with us. If you're making
Don't want to stop on an active runway. That's a big no-no. It's a gravel strip, so... Oh gosh, come on. Bit more power. There we go. Save ourselves some tarmac. APU starts. Turn off the landing lights, taxi lights active. And let's find somewhere to stick the plane in front of the terminal. Probably should have done that a bit differently, but I can work with that. Parking brakes set. Wait for the APU to stabilise. We can shut off the engines. I'm sure the temperature's also been reset. That is still setting up. There we go. On and on. Switch to bleeds, packs off. And engines off. Tail lights off, strobe lights off. Anti-collision lights off. Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross-check. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to... I still can't pronounce this place, so save my life. Oh no, I'm not going to attempt it. Welcome to your destination. Local time is 9:40. And we thank you for flying with Air Inuit today. We hope to see you with us again in the very near future. Otherwise, wish you a safe and pleasant onward journey. That was a public address, generic. Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross-check. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to... I still can't pronounce the place. Save my life. Ground handling, we'll have a ground power units. We'll bring the two tugs open. Open the cargo doors. And then we shall control doors ourselves. That will do. The aircraft will park here for a little while before it turns around, so we'll set it to cold and dark. Otherwise you can open that door and extend the stairs. And for the rear, this is the fun one. There it is. We will set that to off. Then pull the handle. And then click on extend. And that will now lower those stairs. We'll set the stair lights to on. Same for the front. We'll set the stairs to on. And there we go. Passengers will now be able to disembark from the aircraft, so we'll start that. We'll set the aircraft up for the finishing, and then we will...
We'll see what we can do. No promises.
And then we'll have a look at the replays. So this can go stay off. This is now on manual. That's off, that's off, that's off, which is fine. Yeah, we've landed now, so flight plan we can clear. I'm not sure how that works properly in yeah, there's a way you can clear it somewhere, but I'm not sure on the default FMS for explain. Anti-icing comes off now, since... Was that it? 55 passengers, like 3 seconds, okay. This will come off. AP generators will keep on until the ground power is turned on, which I can do from here. APU bleed off, APU off, engine starters to off. Reset the altitude, reset altitude. Oh yeah, so that signs off as well, probably would be useful. Hydraulic pumps off. Passengers have deboarded now, so this can come off. That's off. Battery off. And there we have it. A Carbon Dark 737-200. Before I forget, some light stuff as well. So off, 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 off. Did I set the ground handling? Oh right, sorry, drive up. I did not do the flaps either. Whoops. Oh well. A bit late for that now. Alright, let's end the flight on Project Flight. Let's end the flight on PAX. There we go. 55 passengers on board. Overall satisfied with a very soft landing. Unexpected delay on arrival. I mean, we were, what was it, 13 minutes behind in the end? Wasn't too terrible, given that we had gained about 20. Tell your friends about the airline. Recommend you at work. And that's that. Let's look at my overall records now. 90.86 across 43 flights. And the 2 3Hs are now my most recent on record. Let's now go have a look at the replay. So if I do that, it should reset to the ground. Yes, it does. Set the aircraft in final. We'll go to... There goes, about alright. So at this point I'm now flying manually. We'll go for the rear, because I do like the clamshell engines. Let's take that window open and have a look out here. So it's a nice approach in, nice and stable. We are. Welcome to the gravel strip. And then once we touch down, we'll then be able to spot the engines clamshell reversers close. Yeah, that was a good landing, that. Very proud of that. We'll have a look at it from the outside view now. So let's go to external view, please. If it's going to work, my view's stuck. Why move? I'm stuck. I physically can't move my camera. My keyboard's not responding right now. What's this all about? Ah, that's why. Okay. Try it again, shall we? For some reason I had the Squawk Box chat window open. There we go. Ignoring the flickering from the clouds. So again, a stable approach in. Nicely over top of the trees. And yeah, small floats that we do get down. So, that wasn't that bad at all. I'm certainly happy. I'm sure our passengers will be as well. So, yeah, that I think is the end of that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Our Air Inuit 732 will stay here for a little while before it makes its return journey to Montreal, which I will do at some point. Although I think we'll jump to some other type of aircraft on our next stream next weekend. During the week, I'll try and do a train simulator stream as well, maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. Maybe do something again on the East Coast way, because it's a fun route that, and so doing some more with it will definitely be a lot of fun. But for now, we'll bring the stream to an end. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. Do leave a like if you did. Do subscribe to the channel as well if you haven't done so already. Thank you to those who follow on Twitch as well. And for the local knowledge as well, DDM, much appreciated. Otherwise, wish you all the best. Have a good weekend. Take care. And I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.